and this is a bonus stream for whoever decides to show up. I'm playing more Our Life Beginnings and Always, so I can play a little more of the marriage DLC. Mostly because I want to play more of it, and I may or may not have just, I don't know, want to marry my husband. Yo. Yeah. I'll give it a bit before I actually start, just to see if anybody, swoops in, and if anybody swoops in and they want to, pop in or whatever, see how things are going. Okay. Or something. So I'm gonna be playing for a bit, at least an hour, if not more. Tilt my mic up a little bit, so that way I can make sure y'all can hear me. And I realized listening yesterday I might have been a little loud. A little too loud, per se. Um, but maybe I do need to be loud, because I don't even think y'all could hear the music. And I did have it on yesterday. So, I don't know. It'll be a work in progress. So I'm gonna troubleshoot real quick, and I'm gonna grab me some snacks. And then I think I will start officially. My anklet. Alright, I got my chips. Ugh. Washer, what are you doing? Now you're making noises. Why? Because you're doing your job. And I guess I could probably what was I about to say? Make a little thing for thing on my screen.
You beat the child, didn't you?
I got me some Lay's. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. I got preoccupied, sorry.
Ooh, this one's really big. I'm almost done with it. Oh my gosh, this bag has a lot of big chips actually. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm trying to make you hungry. I'm trying to fix this thing. Now that that's all situated, I suppose I should actually start the stream now. Otis. Welcome to the bonus screen. Wow, that one was not very salty. I think you're the only one here. Double, huh? What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? I don't think Cove has a butt. He's fairly muscular, but I don't think he has a butt. He's probably got like one of those flat bodybuilder type butts, which is totally fine. But like, you know. I feel like I should lean my mic up, but like. I just can't find a good spot for it, really. Oh, you're talking about you. I thought you were talking about Cove. I was like, huh? What cheek? This is all leg. This is 100% all leg. But I should have figured you were talking about yourself. Oh, I saved in like the middle of a choice. All right. Let me see if I can recollect what the hell we were doing. But definitely don't. I will ban myself. Because why would you do that? But also, that'd probably be pretty funny to see. MP Wades. We're currently trying to find a, what is it, wedding coordinator? Because it's not wedding counselor, I think it's wedding coordinator. Someone who's gonna help us plan and get things set up for the wedding. And we just found out that this particular person is some freakazoid weirdo that we sort of knew in passing that lived near us for like a summer and a half. Or was it just one summer? I don't remember. But he had a very strange first impression. Didn't really rub us the right way. Didn't like him all that much. And now we see him again, right now, a couple years later. Apparently, this is what he does professionally. And initially, since Cove never really liked him all that much because of the way he came off, which was, yeah, very fucking strange. He was thinking about maybe considering getting a different wedding coordinator, which I was completely fine with. But of course, Baxter had to start rubbing his, yapping his trap, and buttered Cove up just a little bit, just enough to get him to reconsider. So here we are. He still susses me the hell out, though. I still don't really trust him. I legit, for real, really still don't trust him. And he also asked him about dance lessons. Which, honestly, I don't want this man alone with my husband. I feel like he's gonna do something. He sketches me right the hell out. Let's see. Alright, so that's where we were. So yeah. We're making a comment after Cove pitched the idea of having Baxter teach him how to dance. Now, I get to pretty much determine whether or not I know how to dance at all, if I'm good or if I'm bad. Let's see. Good dancer, will be nice to practice. Good dancer, don't need help. Good dancer, don't want to dance with this nigga. Not a good dancer, could use some guidance. Want a good dancer, didn't want lessons. Not a good dancer, still don't want to dance with this nigga. Well, out of the two of us, you know, me being melanated myself, I'm gonna say I got some decent rhythm. And honestly, I don't want to dance with this man. So I'm not going to.
Self-voicing enabled. Sage, I'm good on that, thanks.
Cove, you just say the word. If he does some weird shit, I will knock him flat on his ass. Okay.
Baxter, got it? That works for me. Baxter, now.
The fact that he's smiling so strangely also throws me off. You really do smile too much. I can dance. What you talking about? Just because I don't dance on camera, don't mean I can't dance.
He shifted closer in the rolling chair with a glint in his eyes that made him look like the teen he used to be.
You can definitely stay where you were sitting at. You don't have to get any closer to either of us. Just saying.
Baxter, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the details, which I don't mean literally. No need to crumple my jacket. But I am going to have to ask you quite a few questions.
All right.
Cove, I'm ready.
What? I'm definitely not.
Sage, hit us with your best shot. Baxter, to start, have we thought of possible surnames? Yours, his, what are you imagining?
I mean, traditionally, doesn't the wife take the husband's last name? And then we can either hyphenate it or not hyphenate it. Or what is it? Like, I drop mine off completely and take his fully. Or I just keep my maiden name. Right?
Cove, I don't care. I just want to marry her.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. You tell him, husband. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Cove, but we have actually talked about it.
Did we, Mr. Holden? Because I don't remember us having this conversation. But you know what? Well, cut the grass and then go play Sonic. That's all you gotta do. Do one and then do the other.
Sage, yeah, we're going with.
So I can choose to have us both take my last name? Huh. I wonder if that's an actual common thing. Where the husband takes the wife's last name instead of the wife taking the husband's last name. Just cut the grass first, so that way it's out the way. Because if you put it off, you're just going to have to do it later. So you might as well just do it and get it out of the way. Oh, it's for both of us, not just for me. Huh. So it's either we use one of our two last names, a switch between my last name and then his, or his and then mine, or we keep our own. I thought that it was going to be for me, because I don't think that the husband normally changes his name at all during like weddings, almost like he just feels like it, I guess. But since I was going into this choice thinking that it was just going to be my name that was changing, at the weave, I was going to have it hyphenated. So I still have my name, but I also have his. But what if I wanted to drop off my last name and only have his? And Cove said he doesn't care. So he's fine with whatever I choose. I'm low-key stuck between the two. Because honestly, aside from the name on my save file, um, they're they don't really mention my last name at all. Aside from like when the game is addressing my family as a whole, then like they'll mention my last name. But I think just for the sake of not simplicity, but just so that I don't quote unquote lose a piece of myself just because I'm getting married, I'm gonna hyphenate it my last name and then his, because in real life that's how I would probably do it, depending on what my husband's last name is. Because if my name wouldn't match up well or sound right or natural with my husband's last name, I'm not changing it. Like, oh, are you so-and-so's wife? But you guys don't have the same last name. Yeah, because his last name doesn't sound good with my name, so that's why I didn't change it. But, Mrs. Holden's got a nice name, got a nice ring to it. So.
Both of us using a hyphenated name, Joe Holden.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter, good to know. Sage and Cove, Joe Holden it is.
Write that down.
Cove straightened up against the back of the couch. You could practically hear his heart pounding over your names being said as one that way. It made you giddy too.
Otis, this ain't about you. It's about us. My husband and I. Don't ruin my moment.
Baxter, and what about titles in the wedding? Bride. Groom. It can be whichever you like, honestly.
Huh? I mean, there's no confusion here, so.
Cove, can I be a groom?
What are you talking about?
Of course.
Baxter, of course, it's your day.
Shut the fuck up talking to me. Audio wise, nigga. Shut that shit up. I did not give you permission to talk to me. Can I be called neither?
He's the groom and I'm the bride.
I'm a groom too. Stop it. No.
Baxter, wonderful. A bride and groom for the couple of the wedding.
Shut up, OT.
Baxter flipped open a notebook set on the desk. Baxter, can I get an idea of scale? Only an estimate. It doesn't have to be a complete guest list, and even if it was, you never know how many of those invites will accept the RSVPs.
You right.
Baxter, don't stress too much over who's going to be in attendance.
Oh!
Cove, oh. Cove stepped off the cloud nine he had been hovering on since the start of the conversation and planted himself back firmly on the purple couch in Baxter's office. Cove, for sure there's gonna be our parents, 4 of them, Sage's sister and her uncle, aunt, and cousin.
My uncle? What uncle? Lee's dad? 'Cause I've never met that man in my life. Legit. We haven't even talked about my uncle in passing. The only uncle that's ever been mentioned is Cove's uncle that apparently knows like sleight of hand. And that's why he's not impressed by like people that do card tricks, because he sees his uncle do it. And that was when we were kids. He said that shit. He was like, I see exactly how he's doing it. It's not that hard. He couldn't do it, but he's just like, I know how he's doing it. Like, he knows the magic behind it. Or not magic, but he knows how it works.
Cove, some grandparents should be there, but not all of them. We'll have our friends Miranda, Terry, and Derek.
No. We don't talk about whatever the hell that abomination is. We don't believe in Uncle Grandpas in this timeline. That is not a real thing. That's not a real thing.
Baxter, you're still friends with Miranda and Terry? That is wonderful.
Shut up, Baxter.
Cove, yeah. You nodded agreeingly as Cove filled Baxter in. You and Cove continued to come up with family members, friends, professional relations, and the like to make an estimated size of the wedding. All the while Baxter jotted down the information like an attentive student sitting at the front of the class. Baxter, MHM. And of those who you most want and expect to be there, would any of them make up wedding parties, or is everyone a normal guest?
The wedding party would be like bridesmaids and junk, right?
We were thinking of having a wedding party.
Honestly?
Right.
Cove, right, we hadn't picked exactly who'd be in it yet, but we are having wedding parties.
Like, I already know who my maid of honor is gonna be. If that's a choice that comes up, it's gonna be Lee. Cause Lee's closer to me than my own sister. Like, I have a sister and she should be the maid of honor. No. She was a dick to me growing up. You're not gonna be my maid of honor. Fuck you. Like, no.
Baxter,
Certainly.
of course. Let's discuss who's with who now then. It can be an equal split between the both of you, but it's not a rule. If one of you has a bigger wedding party than the other, it's completely fine. Baxter, it's all about the two of you, so you can do as you please.
Yeah. Shut up.
Cove, Tepidly, Cove offered his first thoughts on the matter. Cove, I don't know, maybe it's embarrassing or even sort of dumb, but, as great as my friends are, the person I'd want to be there as my best man is my dad.
Aww. I don't think I've ever heard of that, actually. Someone having one of their parents in their wedding party. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. That checks out. Oh my goodness. Alright. That's so cute, Cove. Oh my gosh. Now we can offer him $20 to do it. Oh, that would be hilarious, actually. Oh, you know what? That would be perfect payback, I think. Let's do that. That's funny.
Yeah. We can offer him $20 to do it. Yeah. Cove, perfect. That'll work for sure.
He'll have a trip with that.
Baxter, Having that close of a relationship with your father is a beautiful thing.
Shut up, Baxter.
What do
Baxter,
you think?
Sage, do you know who will be the lead of your wedding party? And the title isn't important. Best man, best woman, or best person. Maid, man, or individual of honor, it's all fine.
I was about to say, excuse me? Where is Lee? I don't like Terry enough to even put them in my wedding party, to be honest. I mean, I mean, if I wanted to keep it small, because I know Cove side is gonna be small for his wedding party, I would only pick 3. Lee would be my maid of honor. Derek would be my best man if I could have one. And I wouldn't give my sister a role in the wedding party, to be honest. And I feel like it would be unfair to include one of my moms and not the other, because they're attached at the hip. But, like, I feel like having my mom-in-law in my wedding party would be kind of... would be a little... Because, like, yeah, she's my mom-in-law, but, like, for my mom-in-law... in-law, the one from the family I'm marrying into, to be in my wedding party and neither of my actual parents are in my wedding party, I think that would come off as a little strange. You know what? I would only pick 2 then. It would just be Lee and Derek, maid of honor, and best man.
My cousin, Lee. Sage, as my
Best woman.
maid of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter, very well. Anyone else in the parties? Cove, well, I'm good with whichever friends and family being in my party, but I'd kind of want the size of things to be sort of close.
Mm-hmm.
Cove, everybody would probably be in Sage's party if there wasn't more of a split. So, if that's okay, there'd probably be 3 or 4 in the parties at most.
That's what I was thinking. But I wanted to have everyone in my party. Why be selfish?
You nodded in acceptance of Cove's request. Cove, great.
Exactly. Because there's no reason for one of us to have more than the other if we're all inviting the same people.
For your own party you chose.
Definitely Derek. Because aside from Cove, he's my only other close male friend. I mean, yeah, I have Terry with a Y, not an I, who is now a guy. But, I wouldn't consider us close. Close enough for you to be in my wedding party. And sure, in that same note, technically, Derek was more of a long distance friend because he doesn't, or he's never lived in Sunset Bird, and he would only visit somewhat frequently because his dad works with Cove's dad, and whenever he would be in town working with Cliff, whenever he would be in town working with Cliff, he was like, Derek, why don't you go make friends with his son? You guys will be bros and blah, blah, blah. And he became a part of the clique because of that. And apparently him and I kicked it off a bit better than him and Cove did, but we're all, like, all around the board, we're all cool with each other. Like, Miranda and Terry are closer to Cove than I am, but I'm closer to Derek than Cove is. So, yeah. Definitely going with Derek.
My friend, Derek. My friend, Miranda.
He said 3. Damn. If it should be 3, you know what? I mean, out of my 2 moms. No, I still feel like it would be unfair to include one of my moms and not both of them. If Cole's gonna have his dad, who else is he gonna have? I feel like he'd probably pick Terry. And maybe his mom. or Derek if I didn't pick Derek. So, like, who else would he actually pick? I actually don't know. You know what? I'm gonna pick my ma, honestly,
My ma, no Ilani.
because out of the two of them, I feel like being in a wedding party is more my ma's style, not so much my mom's style. You know what I mean?
My mom. And that's everyone. Sage, and I'd use.
Wedding crewmates, attendants, bride attendants, bridesmaids, and men. I wanted him to be my best man. But I guess bridesmaids and bridesmen makes sense.
Bridesmaids and bridesmen for the titles. Cove, then my party is gonna be Kyra and Terry.
What did I say? What did I say? I said he was definitely gonna pick Terry and most likely his mom because I picked Derek and his dad's gonna be his best man.
And with that, you successfully mapped out the members of your wedding parties. Baxter, perfect. I'll make notes. The statement was made extra clear by the clicking noise of Baxter keenly tapping his pen on the armrest.
Okay, write it down. Stop clicking your pen.
So,
Baxter, on the topic of guests and that sort, are you open to attendees giving speeches during the reception?
Honestly, at my actual wedding, yeah.
Baxter, we can make it so only select people are arranged to say some words about the couple, or have a mic open for anyone interested in taking it, or discreetly circumvent anyone from gathering the attention in order to talk.
I think if we were gonna let people do speeches, it should be open for everyone. Because everyone that we invite, we want to be there. And if they show up, obviously they also want to be there. So, to celebrate us. You know what I mean? So, depending on what Cove wants, I think open mic would be okay. But if he doesn't want open mic, then maybe we can talk it over.
I'd be fine with anyone making a toast or giving a speech if they want.
Yeah, and if they're given the choice, not everyone might want to. It would still sort of be only specific people talking because not everyone would probably even want to do a speech or make a toast or whatever.
yeah.
Cove, I'm okay with that too. People are gonna tease us whether it's in a speech or not.
Exactly.
Baxter, MHM, good. He continued along casually, accepting all your input. Baxter, and are you thinking of writing anything yourselves? For custom vows. Just remember, it's an option, not an obligation. Baxter, there's no pressure to make a custom declaration if you're not comfortable with it. Sage, oh.
I mean, in my actual, like, legitimately, if I were actually getting married, it wouldn't even be like a regular marriage anyway. Like, it wouldn't be a priest type thing. Or have a priest type person or whoever the hell reads over the book. It wouldn't be one of those kinds of weddings, so I would end up writing my own vows. But in this sense, I'm not front running this. We are walking along these tracks hand in hand, side by side. So I need to know what my husband's input is on this. I'm not making a choice without him.
I wanted to let Cove decide what he felt up for. Cove, I think. I want to write my own vows. I'm gonna be nervous either way and, there's a lot I could say.
Exactly.
Cove's eyes squinted up from his cheeks as he smiled at you so sweetly. You were feeling butterflies already and the vows hadn't even been said.
He's such a cutie. Oh my gosh.
Lovely.
Baxter, lovely. Just lovely. And that is highly personal, so you each can work on them privately, outside of our appointments.
Duh.
Baxter relaxed back into his chair and looked you both over. His smile curved widely. It was a look that made Cove nervous. You could feel him begin to fidget uncomfortably at your side. Baxter, let's talk a little more about traditions and wedding norms.
To be
Baxter,
honest,
we're all friends here, so I'll be frank.
We are not friends. Get that thought out of your mind. We're not friends.
We are not friends, nigga.
We're acquaintances at best. At best, we're acquaintances. We're not friends.
Baxter, if one of you sincerely asks not to get splattered with cake, or for whatever else, and the other does exactly the opposite simply because they think it's funny, I will personally see to it that your marriage ends.
Huh? I personally don't like that sort of thing. Because cakes for weddings are fucking expensive, I hear. So to have the person who most likely would have split the cost of all this with me, and or may have just paid for the whole thing himself, why the fuck would you throw away my money like that? I was gonna eat that shit and you just fucked it up. I would be pissed. Because we may or may not have spent X amount of time deciding on what kind of cake we wanted, what kind of frosting, the designs, the decor, the little bells and whistles that were going to go on the cake just for you to do that. Ooh, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed. Right the fuck off if that shit happened to me in real life, and I would get a divorce. They're like, you know what? Nah. Especially if you told them don't do that shit and they did it anyway because they thought it would be funny, or they just wanted to see your reaction because they know you don't like that kind of thing. Divorce immediately. Because you're just people that do that, people that get married that do that to their significant other, specifically for that reason, to me, it's malicious. Because if they told you explicitly that they don't like it, they've mentioned it to you that they don't like that, or they tell you flat the fuck out, please don't smash cake on me, don't throw cake in my face, don't push my face into the cake, don't do anything like that, please. And you do it anyway, not only did you take my words and shit them off a bridge, but I'm gonna take that as disrespect. And you don't respect my boundaries. You don't respect my words. And I would not want to marry someone that does not take my feelings and my boundaries into consideration. Oh, it's not that serious. It's just a cake. It'll wash off. There are plenty of women out there who have to pay jacked up ass prices to get their hair done, to get their makeup done, to get their eyelashes glued the hell up so that they look good for you on y'all's wedding day. And you gonna ruin her face by putting cake on it. Now, if it's extremely tame, like literally a finger swipe of icing on my cheek, that is completely fine. anything outside of that particular thing, if it's not just a finger's worth of icing on my person, not my fucking dress, but on my face, because I don't really wear makeup, so I don't got to worry about the cake messing up my makeup or nothing like that. If it's anything beyond that small of a thing in relation to anything cake, no. You gonna see the devil that day. You gonna see some dangerous shit. You gonna see a side of me you done never seen. And you gonna be questioning who the fuck was you about to marry. Because by the point that if and when I do get married, my husband most likely will have seen me in all facets. Some sort of upset, some sort of sad, some sort of in between, in the middle, or whatever. And, you know, he's seen my norm, he's seen my neutral, he's seen it all, right? But to do something that I very much, I know that I would explicitly tell you not to fucking do it, and you did it anyway, and then to make matters worse, that you come out of your mouth and you start laughing at the fact that you did something I asked you not to do, about 3-4 people gonna call the police, come and be wringing your neck. I will be wringing your neck, and they gonna have to call somebody to get me off of you. And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
Baxter, if you can't treat your partner and their boundaries with respect on your own wedding day, you don't deserve them as your spouse.
I'll give you that one, because that's pretty much what the fuck I just said.
Baxter, now, I sincerely doubt that's going to be a problem with you two, but it's an occupational hazard.
In
Baxter,
that case,
with that said, do you have any requests pertaining to either the ceremony or the reception? We can arrange for anything special that you do want included.
Let's see. So we can choose to have cake on us, on Cove, or on neither of us, right? Now, let me read through the options. Definitely the top option for me. And or the second option, because we're probably gonna have a really nice knife to cut the cake with. Or at least I would. Like, I legit would have, like, some sort of knife, like, commissioned or something. Yee. I would have something commissioned for, like, a cake if I were getting married. And to just have the whole cake be ruined, I would be upset. Because who knows how much I might have paid for that knife just to use it on a wedding cake, and then the wedding cake is just all over the floor. That'd be terrible, and I would legit just be pissed off. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so it's either he puts cake on me, or I put cake on him, or we can cake each other. But I don't want cake on either of us. So
I'd like to do a proper cake cutting with Cove without all the mess.
exactly.
Sure.
Cove, yeah, we can do that. Cove crossed his arms with a prudent nod. The longer he chewed on that idea, the more his lips tugged into a bent smile. Cove, and that means we can focus on what's important, eating cake. Baxter, very well.
I still don't like the look on his face. It's so fucking weird.
Baxter clapped his hands together, pleased with the direction of the conversation. Baxter, that's another important detail done. We should discuss who you'd like to officiate the ceremony next.
Oh, that's like the priest nigga, right?
I can do
Baxter,
that.
I can arrange for a standard justice of the peace to be there, but if there's a pastor, minister, rabbi, judge, or anyone else that you have in mind, please send me their contact information.
A standard justice of the peace? Question mark? The hell was that?
Baxter, preferably, right away. I can work things out with them, so we're all set for the ceremony.
Okay.
Unsure of what to say, Cove glanced over at you. He scratched his cheek contemplatively.
Hey Google, what is a justice of the peace officiant? It's a public official authorized to perform certain legal functions such as administering oaths, affirmations, witnessing and attesting signatures, issuing warrants, performing marriage ceremonies, and bail hearings. Okay. And I'm guessing a certified figure would be something similar. What? Because in game, I'm not religious. And Cove isn't either, question mark? So we just gonna go with a piece of fish yarn.
I don't.
Right.
Cove, me neither. He shrugged, glancing over at you to make sure. A simple justice of the peace was all you needed. Baxter, wonderful. I'll get that in motion right away.
Very well.
Baxter, now, have either of you considered how you want to arrive to the ceremony? Will one come in first and then the other come down the aisle, or perhaps you both want to enter together?
For that particular thing, I would definitely want it to be traditional. I want Cove to go down first, and then I come after. So I can see his reaction. Okay, let me chill out. Also, let me save split real quick.
Sage Kamajo, APR 26, 2052.
Because I do want to
Overwrite.
know his
Save.
thoughts also.
Save.
Because what if he wants to walk down together? If he wants to walk down together, then we'll do it together. But I would prefer to walk down the aisle by myself. Let me see. I did split it, so let me see. Let me see what he's thinking first.
Cove, I. He closed his mouth, thinking over the question. His eyebrows pinched together as he imagined the various possibilities. Cove, would you want to do it together?
Oh, dang it, Cove.
Your grin widened. You thought that idea sounded excellent.
Dang, am I gonna have to do 2 timelines? I kind of want to walk down on my own, but then again, I don't have a dad to walk me down the aisle. I have Cliff, but like, I don't have like my own dad to walk me down the aisle. 'Cause I have 2 moms. Not that it would matter. Like, I think a parental figure in general could do it, but
Sage, don't be surprised if I hang on too tight, but yeah, Cove, I'd love that.
all right.
Cove,
Yeah.
great, cool. Exhaling his tension away, Cove closed his eyes. A weak laugh rattled through him.
Oh, did he think I was gonna say no? Now I feel bad, kinda, for wanting to walk down by myself.
Cove, I think I can handle that distance without my legs giving out from under me, especially if we're doing it together.
He thinks he's gonna collapse. Out of nervousness. Aww. Why would you even joke about tripping him? What is wrong with these options?
No matter what, I promise that everything's gonna be okay. His features softened with affection. Cove nodded, having complete faith in you. Cove, I'll hold you to that, and to you when we're walking. Sage, for better or worse, I hope. You both laughed at that. The last bit of tension eased in Cove's shoulders, and you knew that things were going to be all right. Cove's face was a shade pinker from the conversation, but he was pleased with what you both settled on. You were too. Baxter, that sounds lovely. Baxter clicked his pen before dropping his attention to his paperwork. He glanced back up, giving you his full attention.
Does
Baxter,
that sound all right?
Oh, and are you intending to exchange wedding bands? It is possible to skip that.
Oh, the ring exchange? Man. Yes. We don't have rings for that. I already chose one, so we got rings, baby.
Cove answered, explaining how you would exchange rings. Cove, we were thinking that was gonna happen, we, already got rings for it.
Of course.
Baxter, of course, we can easily save a moment for that in your ceremony. Baxter, and a small reminder, couples generally take off engagement rings before the ceremony to wear just the wedding band during the wedding.
I wonder if that's normal. Is it? I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. So I thought you'd keep on both. I'd have to ask around. I actually don't know. I've only ever been to one wedding in my life, and I honestly wasn't paying any kind of attention to their hands, so I don't know. I don't know.
Cove, thanks. You couldn't help picturing the matching wedding bands you had gotten together. They were
Platinum or black? Honestly, if I had an actual wedding ring, it would either be gold or black. But I'd be greedy and I'd want like at least 3. But they could be cheapo ones though. Like my actual wedding ring, I think I'd want it to be black. And I'd have like a secondary one, like as gold, and then I'd have another that was silver. But I mean, platinum. Platinum. It's like, no, stop.
platinum,
Let me stop. I want it to be black, to be honest.
black, and
Jeweled band, V-shaped band. A V-shaped band with jewels. I don't know if I'd want mine to be super flashy. Let me just look up some quick references real quick. Wedding band that is V-shaped with jewels. Let me see. That one doesn't look too bad. That one actually looks kind of nice. I think I'd probably go with a V shape with jewels.
A V-shaped band with jewels.
And maybe his would also be V shaped. It depends on what he wants. I might also step away real quick. To grab some food.
A V-shaped band with jewels. The stones you'd both decided on were
Oh, I get to pick stones too? Shit. Dang, we ain't got garnets? Black diamonds on a black ring? Ooh! Alright. I'm gonna think on this. I'll be right back. I'm going to go and
music volume bar.
get some food real quick.
Music volume. Activate.
Enjoy the music. I'll be right back. So now we picking stones for that, I mean, white is rather traditional. But if my ring is gonna be black, black and white's pretty decent. Let's see. If I really think about it, what color would I want? I am not sure. I feel like just to keep it simple, I do white, but what white actually be what I want If they had garnets, I would have picked garnets like immediately. I should have like birthstones, but I think I might do the sapphires. It's either the emeralds or the sapphires. So I think I'm gonna go with the sapphires.
Blue sapphires. They were incredible. But before you completely lost focus, Baxter spoke again.
So,
Baxter, so, do either of you want to have a bouquet?
What do you mean either of us? The bride has. Okay.
A small chuckle fell from Cove's lopsided grin, but Baxter was serious and waited attentively. When Cove realized that, he shrugged. Cove, I like flowers, but I don't need a whole bouquet.
He said he doesn't want one, so I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna have a bouquet.
I'd like to have one. The shape and color of it hadn't fully formed yet in your thoughts, but part of you could already feel the weight of the flowers in your hand. A satisfied smile tugged at the corners of your mouth.
Depending on the flowers that I am given as choices, it's either going to be the poppies, which are Cove's favorite flowers, and or my favorite flowers, if it's actually an option that like shows up. But we'll see.
Baxter, excellent choice. Let's discuss what it'll look like, then. He leaned forward and interlaced his fingers together on the table. Excited, you glanced at Cove, and he gave you a supportive thumbs up in return. Cove, would you mind if it had white poppies?
Not at all.
Sage, no, it needs those. Since the instant Baxter brought up flowers, you had been positive Cove was going to ask for those.
It's okay, I'm like 10 steps ahead of you. I know what you want.
Baxter, are there any others that you'd want highlighted?
Let's see. Roses, buttercups, snapdragons, hibiscus, peonies, some floras, tulips, orchids. Oh, I can type my own? No, the white poppy should be the only focal point. I'm trying to type in my own. Hey Google, show me a snapdragon. 'Cause I don't remember what the hell those look like. I should have said snapdragon flower. But I definitely wouldn't want them in my bouquet though. Buttercups are kind of eh. Sunflowers, they're okay. But I would definitely want dark flowers in my what's it called? And for my actual bouquet, it would have more than one kind of flower.
Type in a flower name with plural usage, carnations.
With floral usage. Hey Google, how do you spell hydrangeas? Sure I'm spelling it right. H-Y. Wow, not green. Definitely fucked that. Hydrangeas, baby. Because they're my favorite flower.
Type in a flower name with singular usage, carnation.
No S.
Baxter, white poppies and hydrangeas. That's quite a combo, just like the two of you.
Why are you trying to flatter people? Cut that out.
With that decided, Baxter picked his pen up again and took note of your specifications. He subtly nodded as he wrote.
You're not gonna ask me what color hydrangeas I want? Because there's more than one color of hydrangea.
Baxter, well, since you're having that, this means that you have the option of a bouquet toss during the reception.
Huh.
Cove, huh. That kinda sounds fun. What do you think, Sage?
Well, my bestie said she's not having one for her weapon. She's gonna have something else. But it's similar. Someone will still be able to get a bouquet, but it's just not in the regular sense. I'm not gonna give it away. Because that's none of y'all's business. But, would I want one? I probably would. I probably wouldn't mind. I mean, the person doesn't get to keep it. It's more so just like, at least I don't think. Do whoever catches it, do they actually keep the bouquet? I'm actually curious. I'm not sure. said it would be fun. So,
You nodded affirmatively. Baxter's gaze lifted from his notes. Baxter, marvelous. Baxter, that's about all of the basics sorted out, but we still have time to talk about the ceremony itself. Baxter, there's vows, but from there you can personalize it with more rituals and such. If there's any particular tradition that you'd like to have, you're welcome to let me know.
Don't
Cool.
worry about it.
I don't have things I need, I'm not very traditional. I just want it to be whatever Sage hopes for.
Charming.
Baxter, charming. Sage.
Shut the fuck up, you sarcastic bitch. Cause why would you even say it like that? Charming. And then just look at me like.
I can't stand this nigga.
Huh. I wonder if hand fasting. Is that the one where, like, the spouses tie their wrists together with either some kind of rope or a ribbon, and they have to untie both their sides at the same time? I don't remember actually. Hey Google, what is hand fasting? Okay, hand fasting is a traditional practice that, depending on the term's usage, may define. A symbolic wedding ritual where a couple's hands are tied together with a cord or ribbon to represent their commitment. It's Celtic. Okay. Sand pouring ritual. Sand pouring ritual, often used in ceremonies, wedding ceremonies, symbolizes the blending of two lives into one. Couples typically pour colored sand from separate containers into a larger vessel, creating a layered mix that represents their combined journeys. This ritual can also be adapted to include family members, representing the blending of multiple family units. Ah! I like that one. That one's pretty cute, actually. I'm gonna ask about all of these because I don't know anything about them. Blanket wedding ceremony. A blanket ceremony is a Native American tradition where the couple is wrapped in a blanket together to symbolize a unity. Oh, okay. That one was pretty simple. Floral garland exchange ceremony. A floral garland exchange ceremony, also known as a Varmala or Varmala, is a significant ritual in Indian weddings. It symbolizes the bride and groom's acceptance of each other and their families, as well as the beginning of their union. The bride and groom exchange floral garlands, usually made of marigold, roses, or jasmine, signifying love, respect, and commitment. I really like that one too. That's a tough choice. Could I have both? Could I have both? Because that sounds really fucking nice, actually. I like the idea of both. Shut up, OT. Shut up. But you know what? If it's something beach related, I think the sand pouring would be the best option for us. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. I do really like the floral garland though.
I'd like a sand pouring ritual. A light chuckle escaped Baxter while he took note of that. The corner of his mouth hooked into an amused smile. Baxter, that's very fitting for you too, considering where you grew up. Sage, we love Sunset Bird. The beach will always be our home. Baxter, then that will be perfect. Baxter, anything else?
I wonder if I'd be able to have both. Oh, I can have both. Well, yeah, I think I'll have both then.
I wanna have a floral garland exchange. Baxter, what an exquisite addition to the ceremony. We'll have that set up for the beginning. Baxter, anything else?
I think that should be good. Because honestly, I feel like the whole jumping the broom thing is kind of basic.
No. Content with your wishes, Cove nodded agreeingly. Baxter, very well, so that's the ceremony. Baxter, very well, so that's the ceremony.
I know I also forgot to turn the music down.
Music, activate.
So my bad.
Baxter, very well, so that's the ceremony. Baxter, now, any reception venue you choose will be large enough to have room for casual dancing throughout the evening, but I need to know if we should schedule for any particular kinds of dance.
No, question mark?
Baxter, such as a first dance between only you and Cove at the start, for example?
I don't know. Husband?
Both of you turned to each other curiously. A deep red blush crept across his cheeks, and when he felt overwhelmed, Cove's gaze dropped to the floor.
Aww.
Well,
Well, only if you're good with it. I would want to have a first dance.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but I don't want to have a dance where I'm the center of attention.
Yes, we're having one because that's what my hubby
I want to
wants.
have a first dance with you too. Cove perked up at your answer. Despite still being nervous, he gave an eager shimmy in his seat.
Look at how cute he's being. Imagine if he said no. He'd be fucking crushed. Could never tell this man no. What the hell?
You beamed, overjoyed with the idea of your first dance together as a married couple.
Yeah.
A money dance? I think I've heard of those. I don't think I've ever even heard of that song.
It would be sweet if we had songs where we danced with each other's parents.
I mean, you're gonna practice dancing anyway. And I think it would only be fair for me to have a father-daughter dance at my wedding, so. I'm gonna steal your dad for a song so you can dance. And you can steal both my moms for a dance, and you can also dance with your own mom. It'll be amazing.
A part of you could already imagine your mom's delight taking turns twirling Cove around the dance floor, but that wasn't your only reason for suggesting it. you'd love to have a special moment with Cove's parents yourself. It was significant that they both welcomed you with open arms. They'd been kind, stable figures for so much of your life now. You wanted to honor that. A rosy blush dusted his cheeks a deeper pink. Cove, a parent dance, that'd be great actually. Baxter, then it's settled. Baxter continued to keep track of details by jotting it down on paper. He kept up with the pace of the conversation with words and writing easily. Baxter, oh, and speaking of the ceremony and reception, that's my area of expertise. Baxter, if you're going on a honeymoon afterwards, that'll be something I'd recommend perhaps a travel agent for. Or, honestly, arranging between only you two without any middleman.
Yeah.
Cove didn't blink at the caveat.
Is that caveat? Question mark? I don't think I've ever seen that word in my life.
Sure.
Cove, we'll handle that. While we're here it's just about the day of. I get it. Baxter, fantastic. Baxter, now, back to the wedding. Do you have a sense of style you're aiming for? Is it formal, casual?
The hell, it's a wedding. It's formal.
Baxter, do you have a particular color you want the wedding party to wear?
I don't know actually.
Baxter, are the clothes for the couple meant to be a surprise for the ceremony or would you prefer picking that out together?
Cove, it's supposed to be a secret.
Cove, I'm not sure. And also, what about hair? I can let my hair down so it could be fancier. Though, if that's not important I can keep it the same.
Don't tell me, because I wonder how long it actually is. Like, is it as long as your dad's hair? Because you do have it pinned up. You got the chunky low bun. So like, how long is it really?
Baxter, good question. What do you think, Sage? You considered the series of inquiries and responded by saying,
I kind of want it to be more formal.
I was hoping for a formal occasion. Cove, yeah, I can be formal for our own wedding.
Yay.
Sage, and
If I get to pick my wedding dress color and it's not just white, I don't know. Actually, I wonder. It doesn't matter what color they wear. I like how white isn't even an option. That's funny.
Yeah, just make sure everyone wears white to my wedding.
No, we not featuring that. I don't know if it's formal. Dang, I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna go with blue.
I'd be happy if the main color was blue.
Sounds good.
Cove, sounds good. Sage, also. I'd love to surprise you with my outfit during the wedding. Cove, that'd be nice.
Yay.
I
I mean, he dressed really nice for my mom's freaking anniversary dinner. So, like, I trust his judgment. But I also want to see him in, like, a suit, though. Because it was a nice dress shirt with some nice, like, what is it, slacks? Like, some nice dress pants, like the ones that Baxter has on. He had those with a really, really nice white shirt. He looked goddamn good, son. He looked damn good. But, like, I've seen a suit that he could wear to the wedding, but I don't know if I'll actually have any real pull on what it'll actually show up like, or if it'll still just be like a gray suit and say maybe the tie is different to go with whatever color I chose to be the main. And honestly, if I'm gonna be in a wedding dress, why would he not be in a full suit? Because I feel like at that point, you're just being a little selfish about it. Because why would you want your husband to be dressed more casual or more simple versus you being dressed to the nines, having a veil, and everything else that you have with a wedding dress, and then he's just dress shirt and some pants? Like, no. He's wearing a suit.
I would like if yours was more of a full suit set, though. Like with a jacket, vest, and tie.
Let's see. Jacket, tie, corsage, vest, tie, corsage, jacket, vest, corsage, jacket, vest, tie, or the whole 9. The jacket, the vest, the tie, the corsage. To keep it a buck, with the way Cove's body is set up, having him wear a jacket would be fine. But the way he's built, like his slenderish frame that he has, because he's got a strong build, right? He would fucking kill it in a nice fitted shirt with a vest on top. And not a classic tie. He'd have to have like one of those not a fucking bow tie. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But it's in the style that a tie is like, but it's not a tie. It's something different. I just can't think of what the hell it's called. I don't even think I know what it's called. But it would be in the place of a tie. Like, it would go where a tie would go, and he'd also have his corsage or, you know, something else in like his pocket of his vest. Oh. And I know it's not gonna go like super into like the nitty gritty of like what the vest will look like and stuff like that. But if I could put that man in a corset vest, son, snatch that shit up. Let me see that figure. Woo! Let me stop. Let me take a breath. I want to have a corsage too, though. Jacket, vest, and tie, but no corsage. Tie, vest, corsage. So jacket, no vest, with a tie and corsage, or no jacket, vest, tie, corsage, jacket, vest, no tie, corsage, or jacket, vest, no corsage, and a tie, or everything. Let me see if I can visualize it, because I think I might want him to be in a vest with a tie and a corsage. Yeah, that's what I want. Because I'd be fine with him in like a whole monkey suit. But like he got nice arms and his fucking tattoo. Like I don't want to cover that up. Like I know it's going to, because I don't think there's a such thing as a short sleeve dress shirt per se. So like he's gonna have sleeves, but
Like with a vest, tie, and corsage?
yeah, no jacket, because that's 2 layers over his tat he gonna have. Well, 3, because his shirt, well, the vest isn't over his arms, but still, no jacket.
Cove, I can manage that for one day, no problem. Cove, what about colors?
Ooh. Purple would be majestic for a shirt. Dang. His shirt. The shirt that goes under the vest. I think it would make the most sense for it to be white because white's a neutral color. And I don't know if the game is going to give me the option of picking what color my wedding dress is, or if it's just going to default it to white. And I won't know because they're asking about Cove stuff first. I'm going to do another save split just in case.
Sage Kamajo. Override. Save. Override. Saves.
So if I do get the option to choose anything in relation to my wedding dress, like anything color related from my dress, like after this, then I'm just gonna go back and pick a different color for a shirt. But under the assumption that it's just gonna default my dress to just being white, I want his shirt to be blue.
My vote goes to blue for the shirt. And the pants should be whatever you want.
Black pants, what?
And black pants.
Yeah, baby.
A white vest. A black vest.
Oh, that's gonna look so nice. I see it right now. It's probably just gonna be like a regular shade of blue, but I'm imagining a dark blue dress shirt, right? With a nice, like, I don't think it's embroidered, but it'll have like a design that kind of looks like it's embroidered, but it's flat on the material. It has designs on it, right? Like a real, like it looks like a Victorian wall. That's the kind of design that's on the front of the vest. And then the pants match it perfectly, but the pants are plain. They don't have any sort of design or anything on them. But the shade of black matches the vest perfectly. That's what I would want.
A black vest. It'd be wonder.
Whoop, I skipped something.
Cove, yeah, it has been. Cove dropped his response heavily. The tone. Cove.
Black vest. Dang, fancier hairstyle too? I'm curious, because I'm like, what would he consider fancy? Because, like, honestly, the way his hair looks now is fine. But I'm hella curious. I want to see what it looks like if he was going to wear it down.
It'd be wonderful to see you with a fancier hairstyle. Cove, okay. I'll do it. Baxter, excellent work. I know this has all been a lot of Q&A. There's much to consider for this big of an event.
Yeah.
Then Baxter's pen was placed back into the pocket it had come from. He ran his now free hands along the smooth inside edges of his jacket. Baxter, thank you too for being so forthcoming. I've got a strong idea of where this is going now. Baxter, I'm already looking forward to the next meeting when we can truly get into specificities.
Why do I feel like that's not a real word? Specificities? Is that what the hell he said? That's not a real word. Stop it.
Oh?
Cove, that's everything? We're leaving. Baxter, yes, you can go. Or you can stay if you want. That's the end of the actual session, but I'm not throwing you out.
But we are leaving, because why would we stay and talk to you if the... Let me not go on a tangent.
Cove, that's alright. Bye.
Come on, husband.
Cove awkwardly waved Baxter off, despite still being seated and not going anywhere yet. He had gotten so into the discussion of the wedding he'd forgotten his usual stiffness around Baxter for a time. But that spell broke. Baxter accepted the answer and pushed off the armrest of his chair to stand up straight. You and Cove followed his motion, getting up out of your own seats together. The wedding planner took one stride closer to the center of the room and reached out his hand towards you.
Towards me? Or when you say you, do you mean us? Like the two of us? Or me specifically? You gotta specify these things. Why is there an option to hug him? We're not close. This is strictly professional, okay?
You shook it.
I guess we'll shake his hand.
He grinned while giving your hand one satisfying shake.
Yeah, whatever. Not a joke. Not a dad joke. Wow. It's great that you're back, Star. Like, stop it. That's fucking terrible. That joke is god awful. What the hell? That's terrible. Wow. I'm expecting special treatment since we're such good friends. We're not doing that either. We're keeping it real casual. Real casual. Okay.
It's
Now have yourself a good day.
have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter, goodbye for today, Sage. I'm glad to have seen you.
When you speak to me, speak to both of us, because I'm not the only person in the room. You still sus, son.
Then he offered the same gesture to Cove. Your partner accepted it casually, giving Baxter's hand a solid shake.
Break his arm.
Cove, take care, Baxter. Baxter, thanks, and same to you. You've got a wedding to be ready for. Don't forget to look out for yourself and your fiancé. Cove, I'll remember. The two men released the other's hand, settling the agreement to take this chance and put a new foot forward in their relationship.
I still don't trust you, but...
With that, the two of you found your way out of the office building. The pop and subsequent click from the opening and closing of car doors played out in sync between you and Cove.
Yeah.
As he buckled in for the ride back, Cove commented on the experience. The sentence was hesitant and had an upward bend that made it sound like a question. So, that went well?
Yeah, I think so. Despite it being Baxter and his weird self. Yeah, it went well.
Before you could respond to the not exactly a question statement, Cove continued on with a new, actual question. Cove, I mean, we got Baxter Ward as our planner somehow, but he seems good at what he does. Right? He put his hands on the wheel and peeked at you through the reflection in the overhead mirror.
I just hope he doesn't suggest a monochrome color scheme. Yeah. Just, I gotta.
As long as he's grown out of hitting on both of us, it should be fine.
Yeah.
You teased.
Yeah. That part.
You're
Cove.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
I still feel like the air was a little charged with this man. I feel like he just never let go of those feelings. And Cove agrees because he also felt it.
Cove had pulled out of the parking lot as he spoke. The wheels rumbled easily down the newly developed city streets of the area. But that was the end of Cove's attempt at conversation making. He went entirely quiet. The pensive look on his face didn't allow you to relax into a normal, comfortable silence.
What's going on?
Sage, Cove. What's up? His mood easily lifted back up at the sound of his name. Cove, forgetting all the Baxter stuff, I'm just, really happy we're doing this. Cove, sometimes I still can't believe we're together, we're engaged, and soon we're gonna be married.
Right? It's been like, I don't know, like 15 years or something. Like.
Cove, it's incredible. And it never stops feeling like that. I don't think I'll ever be used to it. Not really.
That's so cute. Let's see. It's either the third or the first. I think I'm gonna go with the first one.
I love you.
I
Cove,
love you.
I love you too. His cheeks squished at his eyes from the size of his grin. Nothing could stop him from looking forward to the upcoming occasion. Finally, the lack of words felt right between the two of you. You took the chance to let the day sink in as best you could. After all the years you'd known Cove, you now were going to have a wedding with him. The scenery slipped by faster than your eyes could keep up with as you got further and further into your own thoughts. Then, suddenly, the day had ended, and you were drifting off to sleep in Cove's arms. It was early afternoon when you stepped outside, breathing in the good weather. The gentle breeze warmed your skin while you waited for Cove. He wasn't far behind, but there was still a serene moment to watch the puffy, white clouds move across the sky. You were grateful for that because the second you both hopped into Cove's car, your brain was filled to the brim with wedding planning once again. Before you could progress any further, you needed to cross one of the most important details off the list, officially putting the wedding party together. This was the goal for today. Despite the nervous energy fluttering in your stomach, you were already anticipating the stops and phone calls planned. Peeking over at Cove, you hoped he was too.
Are you
Cove,
okay?
Are you doing all right, Sage? Sage, I have high hopes for today, and that's scary, but otherwise I'm okay. What about you? Cove turned away while his eyebrows pinched together. His grip on the steering wheel tightened briefly before he made himself relax the stiffness in his pose. Cove, tense, but good. Better than good, really, I'm excited. Sage, yeah, me too. I can't wait to see their reactions. Every time you imagined the conversations you'd have today, they all boiled down to the same feeling, joy. The people you picked were all important figures in your lives and you just couldn't wait to see how they'd take the news. Cove nodded and added a happy hum in response. And with that, you were on the road home. Naturally, Cove navigated the car towards the old neighborhood. It was soothing, winding down the familiar paths of your childhood. You spent so many years expanding your world little by little on foot, and then by car. The older you grew, the further you went. But there was always a place back there for you. Cove parked along the upper end of the street. Side by side, you headed out, aiming for his dad's condo. Your first visit for the day. Cove wanted to ask his father to be his best man and you'd be there for him.
Alright.
Sage Kamijo. Save slot 5. Oh. Save. Oh. Oh. Save slot. Sage Kamijo, APR 26, 2052. Sage Kamijo, APR 27, 1622. Sage Kamijo. Your first visit for the day. Our life, 1.7.1. Self-voicing disabled.
Well.
I think that's a pretty decent spot to stop at. Before I get into any more of the nitty gritty, right? So this bonus screen is gonna go ahead and close. And I'm gonna go ahead and go. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the description so that way you can join us in the Discord. And, participate in polls, share memes, and have fun with peeps. And just, chill out and junk. Also, if you're watching this after the stream has ended, you should maybe comment what your favorite part was. And or if you want me to continue playing the D-Del Seed as bonus streams or something. Yeah. And thirdly, on your way out, don't forget to leave your likes at the top. And I'm gonna see y'all on Tuesday. For I don't know what I'm gonna play actually. But y'all gonna see me on Tuesday. And I'm gonna see y'all on Tuesday. Okay? I'm getting married. Okay?